All right. Here's your 6 cars getting ready to go 8 laps. On the pole will be the 57 of John Fitzpatrick. Frankie Fairchild is done for the evening, I guess, is what I heard. So up on the outside, the front row will be the 70 of Corey Pressler. Second row inside, the 59 of Paul Scott. To his right will be the 27 there of Kurt Gunkel. 22 Radical Rich Bull on the inside, the third row with the 53 of Dale Cloud lining up there. 6 cars going 8 laps in our slow late model heat. All right. Watch them this time as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers is going to look them over. As they come out of turn 4, they bring it up to speed. Mighty Mike turns them loose. We're off and racing 8 laps in our first Hoosier Tire late model heat. 70 Corey Pressler on the outside takes the early lead. Here comes Kurt Gunkel in car number 27. He's settled in there for second right now as he looks to the outside as they complete lap 1. Corey Pressler in the 70, Kurt Gunkel on the outside in the 27, looking for that lead. Here comes Radical Rich Bull up on the outside, going to draft with him on the outside groove. 59 Paul Scott hooks up on the inside, and 70 Corey Pressler brings him around for lap 2. Corey Pressler on the low side, 59 Paul Scott giving him a little bump and go, trying to help him along. Radical Rich Bull goes to the low side. 3 down, 5 to go this time by as Radical Rich Bull and Corey Pressler traded a little paint there coming out of turn 4, it looked like. Number 70, Corey Pressler, Radical Rich Bull looking for the lead at the halfway point. 4 and 4 to go, and 22 beat him at the stripe. Number 22, Rich Bull is your leader. Corey Pressler back to second. 53, Dale Cloud now has moved to third. Paul Scott's fallen back to fourth. Kurt Gunkel's running fifth as we complete lap 5. Front 5 unchanged with 2 laps to go this next time. White flag will fly for the 22 of Radical Rich Bull. 70 Corey Pressler and 53 Dale Cloud trying to move up to second. Looks to the inside coming out of turn 2. That's the battle for second. Dale Cloud down on the inside of Corey Pressler in turn 3. Checkered flag will wave for 22 Rich Bull. 53 Dale Cloud will take home second. Corey Pressler in car number 70 falls back to third on the final lap. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. It was 22, 53, and 70. Corey Pressler third, Dale Cloud second, and winning tonight's first Hoosier Tire late model heat. Put your hands together for the 22 out of Plymouth. This is Radical Rich Bull. Rich Bull sponsored by Kaser Spraker out of South Bend, as well as Village Supply in LaPorte, Liberty Sound Electronics up there in South Bend, CMA Supply, Speedy's Auto Repair, Nealon's Body Works in Lakeville, Bowl Sanitation, and Signs, etc. out of Osceola. All sponsors the 22 of Radical Rich Bull. Second late model heat as our track crew does a little work down there in turn 1. On the pole, driving the Remax 100 out of South Bend, that's Pat Bird. To his right in the D&M Property sponsored number 7, that's Keith Hankins, our current points leader coming into tonight's racing action. Second row inside from Silver Lake, driving car number 5, that's Jason Isley. To his right in row 2, the number 2 out of South Bend of Ratchet Rusty Keddick. Third row inside, behind the number 57 steering wheel, tonight is Dallas Mosader out of Edwardsburg, Michigan. To his right in row 3, the 69 of Barry Lamb from Warsaw. Fourth row inside, car number 10B from South Bend, that is Ryan Condon. And to his right, driving the number 7C from South Bend, a former late model track champion here at the new Paris Speedway. Let's welcome back Bobby Stremme. 8 cars going 8 laps in our second late model heat. Mighty Mike Powers will put them on their final pace lap this time by. And as they come out of turn 4, they'll be bringing it up to speed. Mighty Mike looks him over. He gives him the green. They're off and racing into turn 1 on our second late model heat. The Remax 100 of Pat Bird out in front. The D&M Properties number 7 of Keith Hankins running in second. On the high side, he's going to get some drafting help from the number 2 of Ratchet Rusty Keddick as they complete lap 1. Number 5, Jason Isley, stays on the low line. He's running in third. 57, Dallas Mosader now moving up on the inside of Rusty Keddick for fourth as we complete lap number 2. Keith Hankins on the outside in the number 7, trying to work his way around the Remax 100 of Pat Bird. 5, Jason Isley takes the low line. That's where he wants to be as they complete lap 3. 57, Dallas Mosader is up there to fourth, but look at the race for the lead in turn 3. The D&M Properties, number 7 by a half a car length at the halfway mark. 4 down and 4 to go. Number 7, Keith Hankins, is your new leader as they head out of turn 2 and down the Billboard backstretch. Number 100, Pat Bird, back to second. Jason Isley third. Dallas Mosader in the 57 running in fourth. Bobby Strimmy now in the number 7, who started at the tail end of the pack, has made his way to fifth. But time is running out. They're only going to have 2 more laps remaining after they cross the stripe on lap number 6. Look at that battle for fourth back there as Strimmy gets on the inside of Dallas Mosader. 1 lap to go for number 7. Keith Hankins, our points leader. Bobby Strimmy now on the inside of Jason Isley. Tried to move up another spot. Don't think he's going to make it as a checkered flag flies for D&M Properties, number 7 of Keith Hankins. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. It was 7, 105. Number 5, Jason Isley, third. The Remax 100 of Pat Bird was second. And winning our second late model heat as he started on the outside of the front row. Put your hands together for the D&M Properties sponsored number 7 of Keith Hankins. While we got a minute, we'd like to wish a happy birthday to Anita Smith. All right, race fans, here's your lineup for our third late model heat. The third one out of 4 late model heats coming up. Now, on the pole from Cromwell, number 55, that's Justin Matson. To his right in row 1 is the USA number 1 of Scott Ross from La Paz. Second row inside from Ligonier, that 21, that's Honkin' Harvey Taylor. To his right, the 53 of Lou Strimmy. Third row inside, last week's late model feature winner, number 4, out of Goshen, is Todd Hall. To his right, the 87 from Elkhart of Ty Hayes. Fourth row inside, that noisy number 95 of Steve Stacy. And to his right, the 32 from Niles of John Long. 8 cars getting ready to go 8 laps in our third Hoosier Tire late model heat. As they come out of turn 4, Mighty Mike says, I don't like this, guys. Shaking his head as he gave him the green and then turns the yellow back on. He wants them a little tighter next time. So we'll try it again. Somebody got a little quick start on that. Need to have the front row side by side. They got to get them lined back up. Looks good from here. As they come out of turn 4, side by side, Mike gives them the green, they're off and racing. Side-by-side racing as they go into turns 1 and 2. It's number 1, Scott Ross, at 53, Lou Strimmy. Justin Matson back to third right on the start. Scott Ross in the USA number 1. Louis Drimmie running second. Oh, and Scott Ross, the motor's letting loose. 53, Louis Drimmie unable to miss him. Got into him. Justin Matson getting over the top. Number 1, Scott Ross, oil all over the track. Keep him in the infield. Something went bang on the number 1 car. In that caution flag in turn 3, it was Louis Drimmie, 53, Scott Ross in the 1, and 55, Justin Matson. Hopefully they can get their cars back together and get them out here later as we go back to racing with 2 down and 6 to go. 87, Ty Hayes out in front. Ty Hayes racing for the first season, his first full season in the Hoosier Tire Late Models, brings him around the back 3. 87, Ty Hayes, 21, Honkin' Harvey, number 4, Todd Hall. Last week's late model feature winner running there in third. 32, John Long, and 95, Steve Stacy battling in the back of the pack. 5 down, 3 to go. This time by for the 87 of Ty Hayes. Two laps remain in tonight's third Hoosier Tire Late Model Heat. White flag will fly this time for 87 Ty Hayes, as the number 4 of Todd Hall makes his exit to the pits on the final lap. All right, the checkered flag will now fly for number 87 Ty Hayes. '87, 21, 32. That's the way they finish 1, 2, and 3. The 32 of John Long brings home third. 21, Honkin' Harvey held on to second. And winning tonight's third late model heat. Put your hands together for the 87 out of Elkhart. That's Ty Hayes. '87 Ty Hayes driving the Jan's Place sponsored machine, also sponsored by Kaiser Recycling, Our Ways Trailers in Elkhart, K&R Auto, DMR Body Shop, ATD Motorsports, United Pet Foods, and Morris Engine Service. All sponsors the 87 of Ty Hayes. Getting ready to go 8 laps. On the pole, car number 9, that's Hot Rod, Rodney Spencer. To his right in row 1, the 21X of Jumpin' Josh Taylor. Second row on the inside, the 14 of Michael Thayer. On the outside, the other 14 of Brandon Maynard. Third row inside, number 17, Ralph Havens from Goshen. To his right in row 3 will be the 28 of Sean Amor from Plymouth. Fourth row inside, 61, Travis Slaybaugh. And to his right, new track record holder in the Hoosier Tire Late Models, fastest qualifier on the day, the 58 of Ronnie Maynard Jr. It looks like Sean Amor, number 28, is elected to go to the tail end of the pack. Not sure if his car's up to par or not. As they come out of turn 4, Mighty Mike Powers looks him over. He gives him the green. We're off and racing. Caution flag coming out. Going to have a complete restart. Hang on, fellas. Oh, and there goes the 21. I don't know, maybe that's tire smoke, as he locked him up, because 58 Ron Maynard got into the side of the 21X of Jumpin' Josh Taylor when the caution came out. You see the big stripe on the driver's side door on the 58 of Ron Maynard Jr.'s car. Restart coming up in tonight's 4th and final fast late model heat. Pole setter is Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. To his right, 14, Brandon Maynard. Michael Thayer lines up second row inside. 58. Fastest qualifier on the day is sitting on the outside of the second row, Ron Maynard Jr. Ralph Havens and 61, Travis Slayball. 28, Sean Amor. Nobody else wants up there, so that's looking good. 7 cars as we get ready to go 8 laps in our fast fourth and final late model heat as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike turns it loose. Hot Rod Rodney Spencer out in front. The 214s racing door handle to door handle for second as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap 1. Rodney Spencer, the pole setter, setting the pace. Michael Thayer on the inside in the 14. Brandon Maynard on the high side in the other 14 as they complete lap 2. Ronnie Maynard Jr., fast qualifier, running in fourth on the low line coming out of turn 2, trying to figure out some way to get around the 214s in front of him. This time around, they've got 3 down and 5 left. Number 9, Rodney Spencer out in front. Michael Thayer and Brandon Maynard. Maynard on the outside groove, going to try to make a move. Michael Thayer stays on the inside at the halfway, 404 to go. Spencer out in front. Pole setter trying to hang on to a pole setting victory. They're going to have 5 down, 3 to go this time by. '58, Ron Maynard Jr. trying to look down low, not enough room there. Rodney Spencer out in front, 6 down and 2 left. Brandon Maynard still working the outside groove, trying to move up. This is the final lap in tonight's Fast Hoosier Tire Late Model Heat. Hot Rod Rodney Spencer staying out in front. Brandon Maynard on the outside groove. Michael Thayer on the inside. Watch the line for second. Spencer, Thayer, and Maynard. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. It was 9, 14, and 14. Brandon Maynard will bring home third. The 14T of Michael Thayer will finish second. And winning from the pole in tonight's fast and final Hoosier Tire Late Model Heat. As he rolls up here to get the checkered flag, I want everybody to put their hands together for the number 9 of Hot Rod, Rodney Spencer. Hot Rod Rodney Spencer out of Goshen, Indiana, in his first full season in the Hoosier Tire Late Models, sponsored by Bob Harder Racing, Pro Motor there in Goshen, Vortex Spray-On Liners in Elkhart, Harry's Amish Hauling Service, Double D Sports Bar, RV Service in Goshen, In Tying Gift Shop, John's Butcher Shop, and Goshen Collision Center. All sponsors the number 9 of Hot Rod, Rodney Spencer. All righty, race fan. Here's your lineup for tonight's fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. The fastest of our street stocks on the track on the pole. Number 78 is Don Click. To his right in row 1, the 61 from Syracuse of Jason Slayball. Second row inside, driving a brand new number 88. That is the old grump himself, Doug Hanna. To his right in row 2 is the Goshen Collision Center special number 1 of Al Maurer. Third row inside, the 125 of Frosty Scott Frost. To his right from Syracuse, the 17 of Bob Schisler Jr. Fourth row inside, number 15, that's Don Hunley. To his right, the 38 of Darrell Click. And in the last row on the inside, the top 2 fast qualifiers, number 10, Eric Kaiser, and the 99 of Mark Blessing, both tied with a fast qualifying time of 15:292, 15:29. As Mighty Mike looks him over, gives him the green. We're off and racing. 10 cars going 8 laps in our fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. 78 Don Click out in front. 61 Jason Slayball running second. Al Maurer, Negotian Collision Center Special, takes to the outside groove, trying to make his move as we complete lap 1. 78 Don Click. 61 Jason Slayball. The 1 of Al Maurer. Moving up on the outside, going to challenge for that lead as we complete lap number 2. The Goshen Collision Center Special, number 1 of Al Maurer now moving on the outside groove. 17 Bob Schisler Jr. broke loose, 3 wide, look out in turn 3. He had to hit the skids as he just about went into the rain barrel over there at turn 3. And now Bob Schisler Jr. slowing way down here in the main straightaway. He's trying to find some way to get to the exit ramp. Look at that battle for the lead as they come out of turn 4 at the halfway. Al Maurer in the number 1 and 78 Don Click. Don Click in that 78 was leaning real heavy on that number 1's quarter panel. 17 Bob Schisler Jr. finally found the exit ramp. He's into the pit area as we complete lap number 5. 5 down and 3 to go, and Al Maurer is the leader as they go into turn 1. The Goshen Collision Center Special up front with 2.5 laps to go. Don Click in the 78's back to second. Here comes Darrell Click on the outside in the car number 38 as we complete lap number 6 this time by. Darrell Click on the outside groove. 99 Mark Blessing. One of the top 2 fastest qualifiers there on the outside groove, trying to help move around on the outside with the final lap coming up. Al Maurer in car number 1, 38 Darrell Click in second. On the outside of the 78 of Don Click. And a checkered flag will fly for the Goshen Collision Center Special, number 1 of Al Maurer. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. It was 1, 38, and 78 finishing 1, 2, and 3. Don Click falls back to third. Darrell Click held on to second by a half a car length. And winning our fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat from the outside of the second row. Put your hands together for the Goshen Collision Center Special, number 1 of Al Maurer. Number 1 Al Maurer, not only sponsored by Goshen Collision Center, but he's also sponsored by Dave Geiger, Jenkins Automotive, Weller's Truck Parts, Mast Insurance Agency there in Goshen, Pro Motor on US 33 South in Goshen, and Inyurt's videotaping service with the inbound camera there, the onboard camera there on top of the roof of the number 1. Inyurt's videotaping service located right below the track tower supports the number 1 of Al Maurer. Alrighty then, here's your lineup for our second street stock heat. On the pole, car number 64 is Don the Dragon Vitale. To his right from Elkhart, number 18 is Rumblin' Billy Rumbaugh. Second row inside from Warsaw, the 50 of Hurricane Charlie Cotton. To his right, the 40 from Plymouth, the Tricky Dicky Siddell. Third row is the 52 of Matt Sparks and the 55 of Bam Bam Brian Cannon. Fourth row, 121 Mark Miller and 88 Charlie Hanna. Fifth row, Kevin Gunkel and the 40 of Rob Smith not making the call. 7 cars going 8 laps. Check that, 9 cars going 8 laps. As the 18 of Billy Rumbaugh takes the early lead, he'll bring him across for lap 1. Rumblin' Billy Rumbaugh out in front. Tricky Dicky Siddell, the number 40, running in second. He's out of Plymouth. There goes the 55 of Bam Bam Brian Cannon up to third, with the 88 of the Toad, Charlie Hanna, running in fourth as we complete lap number 2. Number 50, keep your eye on Hurricane Charlie Cotton. Number 50, he's swooping along there on the outside groove. He's up to fifth as they complete lap 3, this time by single file down the main straightaway, except for the Toad, Charlie Hanna. He looks on the inside of the 55 in turn 1. 88 Charlie Hanna trying to move to third as Bam Bam Brian Cannon falls back to fourth. Halfway mark will come out. We're going to have 4 in and 4 to go this time around. 18 Billy Rumbaugh, 40 Tricky Dicky Siddell, 88 of Charlie Hanna. Hurricane Charlie Cotton's moving up on the inside line in car number 50 as he makes his way to the front 4 spot. Charlie Hanna now works the outside groove coming out of turn 4 as they complete lap 6. In that Torco Racing Fuel sponsored number 88, Charlie Hanna trying to move up to the top 2. Keeps working the outside groove as the white flag will fly this time. They got one more to go. '18 Billy Rumbaugh trying to hold on. He started on the outside of the front row, took the lead early, but look at this battle for the lead as they come out of turn 4. Watch the line. Charlie Hanna on the outside. Oh, that was too close to call. We'll have to check our Polaroid Instamatic, and we'll have those Kodak Instamatic photo finish for you here in just a second. Oh, and that's the way it showed. Number 18, Billy Rumbaugh, edging out Charlie Hanna by a bumper. Charlie Hanna, the Toad, number 88, will finish second, and 40, Tricky Dicky Siddell, will hold on to third. So put your hands together for the 18 out of Elkhart of Rumblin', Billy Rumbaugh. All right, here's your lineup for our third street stock heat. On the pole, car number 71 is Travis Shoemaker. On the outside, the 50 of Mitch Pulver, the pulverizer. Second row on the inside, the number 9 of Matt Buzzard from Goshen. On the outside of the second row, that's the Doughboy, number 71, Larry Saunders. Third row inside, car number 52, Chris Highball. On to his right will be the 45 of Kevin Ray. Fourth row inside, number 23, Donnie Harrison. On his right door will be the 68 of Mark Vance Jr. And fifth row inside, number 62, Eddie Click. And to his right, the 124, Timmy Davis. The 13 of Mike Miller not making the call, so we're going to have 10 cars getting ready to go. 8 laps in our third street stock heat. As they come out of turn 4, Mighty Mike Powers works them over. He gives them the green. They're off and racing 3 wide in turns 1 and 2. As the number 9 of Matt Buzzard got on the inside of the 71 of Travis Shoemaker, our pole setter said, hello, here I come. Matt Buzzard bringing him around. Oh, and there goes 62 Eddie Click around over there at turn 3, and caution's going to come out. Caution flag coming out for the 62 of Ed Click. So before we could get a lap in, he went sideways over there at turn 3. I think he ran out of pavement just on the inside of turn 3, and that threw him up into the racetrack. Thank goodness he was at the back of the pack, because if it had thrown him sideways into the rest of the field, he could really had some serious damage. So thank goodness he was running at the back of the pack when that happened. Remember the pole? Remember how you originally lined up, guys? That's the way we want you. All right, I think they're going to get it that way now. Outside the front row, Matt Buzzard and Larry Saunders in row 2. Chris Highball in the 52 and Kevin Ray in the 45 there in row 3. 23 Donnie Harrison, 68 Mark Vance Jr., 62 Eddie Click, and the 124 Tim Davis. 10 cars now getting ready to go 8 laps, I believe, on the next time around. Mighty Mike Powers turns them loose. We're off and racing. 71, Travis Shoemaker trying to hang on. Matt Buzzard running in second. 52, Chris Highball running in third. 23, Donnie Harrison there in fourth. 62, Eddie Click has made his way to fifth already. as we complete lap 2 this time by. '71, Travis Shoemaker, first time here. He's out of Battle Creek, Michigan. He brings them around for lap 3. 23, Donnie Harrison got real wide coming out of turn 4 and kind of grazed that number 4 wall. He keeps it in the right direction. 71, Travis Shoemaker from Battle Creek, Michigan, brings him around for lap 4. Number 9, Matt Buzzard running second. 52, Chris Highball getting a little loose there when he hit the back end of the number 9 car. 62, Eddie Click's already worked his way to third now. 5 down, 3 to go. 124, Tim Davis is up to fourth. 52, Chris Highball slipped back to fifth. 62, Eddie Click working on the outside groove to second. 6 down, 2 laps to go, this time by. 71, Travis Shoemaker from Battle Creek, Michigan, about to lose his lead in turn 3 to 62, Eddie Click, who started at the back of the pack. On the inside of the 5th row, he'll lead him around on the final lap. 62, Ed Click. 71, Travis Shoemaker. Number 9, Matt Buzzard, the front 3. As our checkered flag will come out this time for number 62, Eddie Click. 62, 71, and 9. That's where they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. 52, Chris Highball kind of spun out on that last turn. But it was 62, 71, and 9. Matt Buzzard in the number 9 finishes third. 71, Travis Shoemaker from Battle Creek, Michigan, second. And winning tonight's third street stock heat. Put your hands together for the 62 of Eddie Click. '62 Eddie Click out of Ligonier picks up tonight's third street stock heat. He's sponsored by Dave's Custom Auto there in Ligonier. Here's your lineup for tonight's fourth street stock heat. The fourth and final street stock heat on the pole, car number 99, that's Brandon Fink. To his right in row 1, the 14 of Terry Lombardi. Second row is 79 Bruce Fernie Jr. To his right, the 20 of Alex Pratt. Third row is the 32 of Jordan Grantham. To his right, the number 8 of Randy Huffman. Fourth row, the 89 of Jeff Stetler. To his right, the 007 of Jack Brazel. Fifth row inside, number 11, Chad Lehman. And also at the tail end of the pack, number 1. Where did he come from? I believe that's Harley Stanley. Harley Stanley got here a little late. Didn't qualify, but he made his way here. Tid cars going 8 laps in our fourth and final street stock heat as Mighty Mike turns them loose. 4 wide going into turn 1. Hang on to your hats, hold on to your seats down there. We got them going up into the wall in turn 2. 6-car pile up. On a Saturday night at the new Paris Speedway, we got a 6-car pile up over there, turn 2. I knew it was bound to happen, especially when you go 4 wide in the street stocks. Where is that full moon anyway? Oh, Barney, keep your pants up. I don't want to see the full moon in turn 1. I'm talking about the full moon in the sky. All right, 6-car pileup. That's going to bring out a caution. We'll try to figure out who's still left so that we can go back to a complete restart coming up shortly. Now as they come out of turn 4, Caleb's going to turn them loose. We got 2, 4, 6, 8 cars getting ready to go 8 laps. Complete restart. Caleb gives him the green. We're off and racing. 8 laps in tonight's 4th and final street stock heat. Alex Pratt driving a modified number 20 street stock. Brings him around for lap number 1 out in front of the number 8 of Randy Huffman. 14 Terry Lombardi running in 3rd. 32 Jordan Grantham trying to move up on the inside of Terry Lombardi now for 3rd. 007 Jack Brazel is running in 5th as they complete lap 2 this time by. 007 Jack Brazel now up to 4th as he gets around the 14 of Terry Lombardi. Brazel now looking on the inside of 32, Jordan Grantham, and Brazel's up to 3rd. Keep your eye on the 007 moving up as they complete lap 3. Alex Pratt out in front of the 8 of Randy Huffman. 007 Jack Brazel's up there in 3rd. Halfway mark will come out. We got 4 down, 4 to go this time around. Number 8, Randy Huffman now looking to take that lead, but race fans, your leader's not your leader. No, there's action in turn 3. Action in turn 3, that time between the 99 of Brandon Fink and the number 1 of Harley Stanley racing for dead last. They got together in turn 3. Laps to go. As they come out of turn 4, Caleb Woods looks him over, gives him the green. We're back to racing 4 more laps in our 4th and final street stock heat. Randy Huffman out in front of the 007 of Jack Brazel giving chase. Jack Brazel started at the back of the pack of this mess. They got 3 more to go. Number 11, Chad Lehman, going to try to put the heat on the 32 of Jordan Grantham for 3rd. As they got 2 more laps remaining. 007 Jack Brazel now catching up to the number 8 of Randy Huffman. Chad Lehman moves to 3rd in car number 11 as the white flag will fly this time. They got the final lap coming up. Number 8 Randy Huffman trying to stay out in front. He's trying to hold on. And the black and white will fly for number 8, Randy Huffman. Eight, 007, and 11. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. It was 8, 007, and 11. 11, Chad Lehman 3rd. 007, Jack Brazel held on to 2nd. And winning our 4th and final street stock heat as he rolls around here. Put your hands together for the number 8. That's Randy Huffman. Number 8, Randy Huffman out of Goshen, sponsored by Mo Trailers in Goshen, Northwest Specialized Trucking, Mac Tools, J.R. Anderson Trucking, Skid Marks, Glenn's Tire in Wakarusa, Russell Automotive out of Union, Michigan, Reed's Haul and Tow, Seward's Photography and Creation Graphics, all sponsors of number 8 of Randy Huffman. All right, race fans, here's your lineup for our fast Dayton Daytona mini stock heat. On the pole, car number 16X. That is Diamond Jim Ryman. On the outside of the front row, the 83, driving the Hooters, number 83, Jeremy the Kid Damron. Second row inside, car number 19, that's Jack Rabbit Jerry Ryman on an Appanee. To his right, the other 16 in this field is J.R. Ryman. Third row inside, number 6, Bryce Schaefer, and the 13 of Michael Landry Squidward lines up on the outside of the third row. Fourth row, 83, Don Mangan. The 17 of Corey Ryman, and at the back of the pack, number 6, new track record holder Dave Coleman. 7 cars going 8 laps as Caleb turns them loose. 9 cars going 8 laps in our fast Dayton Daytona mini stock. As Diamond Jim Ryman looked to the inside, 83 Jeremy Damron. Jeremy Damron, though, will bring him around for lap 1. Jim Ryman back to second. Jerry Ryman, Jack Rabbit Jerry Ryman running in third. Bryce Schaefer there in the number 6. J.R. Ryman in the 16 on the outside, battling for fourth. We'll have 2 down, 6 to go this time. 83, Jeremy the Kid Damron. Started on the outside of the front row. Jumped out to the early lead. Has led the first 3 of this 8-lap heat. As they come to the main straightaway. Jack Rabbit Jerry Ryman now trying to work around his brother Jim Ryman. Diamond Jim Ryman in the 16X. Back to third now. Number 6, Bryce Schaefer on the outside groove, trying to make his move as the halfway mark comes out. 4 down and 4 to go. Number 6, Bryce Schaefer up to third now. J.R. Ryman in the 16s up to fourth as we complete lap 5. Number 6, Dave Coleman, still bottled up there at the back of the pack, trying to work the outside groove to make his move. Time's running out, though. This time bye-bye. It'll be 6 down and 2 to go. White flag will fly this time for Jeremy the Kid Damron, car number 93, or 83. 19, Jack Rabbit Jerry Ryman right behind him, trying to make a run on him. Jerry Ryman trying to look to see if he can get around him with the final turn, and the checkered flag will fly for Jeremy Damron, Jerry Ryman, and Bryce Schaefer. That's the way they're going to finish, 1, 2, and 3. It was 83. 19 and 6. The number 6 of Bryce Schaefer finishes third. Jerry Ryman in the number 19 will finish second. And winning tonight's fast Dayton Daytona mini stock heat as he rolls in here to get the checkered flag. Put your hands together for the 83 of Jeremy the Kid Damron. Jeremy Damron out of Goshen, sponsored by Victory by Design Chassis, Goshen Collision Center, and Triple K Graphics, all sponsors the number 83 of Jeremy Damron. Here's your lineup for tonight's second mini stock heat. On the pole, car number 25 is Tim Kidder. To his right in row 1, the 96 of Andy Kindig. Second row is the number 10, Tim Barrick, and the 35 of Lenny Davis. Third row, we've got the 60 of Stan Hudson and the 14 of Kevin Grubb. Fourth row is the 34 of Mark Hughes and the 4 of Dave Castle. And at the back of the pack, the 03 of Cecil V. Cecil Van Blerkum. 9 cars going 8 laps. Caleb Woods looks him over. He gives him the green. We're off and racing. 25, Tim Kidder, the pole setter, leads them into turn 3 and 4. Number 10 there, that's the stick man, Tim Barrick, running in second for a while as they complete lap number 1. 35, Lenny Davis and Stan Hudson with a little kiss there. Stan Hudson trying to hurry him up as they work on lap number 2. Hudson on the inside of Lenny Davis for third now as they go into turns 3 and 4. Stan Hudson will move to third as we complete lap 2 this time by. 34 Mark Hughes also going to draft on the inside line. He's moving up to fourth. Lenny Davis has fallen off the pace in car number 35. 3 down, 5 to go this time around for the 25. Tim Kidder, your leader. Number 10 is stickman Tim Barracks right there on his tail as they go out of turn 2. He looks to the inside coming out of turn 2. The stickman Tim Barrick going to stick his nose in front as they go through turns 3 and 4, and leading them at the halfway point will be the number 10 of Tim Barrick. 25 Tim Kidder back to second. Stan Hudson third. 34 Mark Hughes is up to fourth. Here comes the number 4 of Dave Castle now trying to move around on the outside of the 03 is Cecil Van Blerkum for fifth as we've got 5 in and 3 to go. Cecil Van Blerkum goes to the low side. He's moving to fourth as he gets on the inside of the 34 Mark Hughes. Stan Hudson in the 60 now, moving up on the inside of number 25 for second as we complete lap 6. Stan Hudson's in second with his sights set on the number 10 of Tim Barrick. Cecil Van Blerkum in third in the 03. He started at the tail end of the pack. Keep your eye on him. Number 4, Dave Castle, working his way to fourth. White flag will fly this time. They got 1 more to go. Tim Barrick in the number 10. Stan Hudson standing on it in car number 60. 03 Cecil Van Blerkum and Dave Castle racing there for third. Watch him at the line as the checkered flag will fly for number 10, 60, and 03. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. It was 03 Cecil Van Blerkum finishing third. Number 60 Stan Hudson holding on to second. And winning tonight's second mini stock heat as he rolls up here to get our checkered flag. Put your hands together for the guy that started on the inside of the second row. From Goshen, let's hear it for the stick man, number 10, Tim Barrick. Tim Barrick out of Goshen drives mini stock number 10, and he's sponsored by Double D's Crowbar in Goshen, Ron Culp's Karaoke, Darren Reed, Billy Rumbaugh, Goshen Collision Center, and Tim Layton all sponsors the number 10 of Tim's Barrick. All right, there's your lineup for tonight's third mini stock heat. On the pole, car number 5 is Leapin' Lee Atkins. To his right, the number 80 of the Fat Boy, Michael Akins. Second row inside, car number 5 there, that's Merle Yoder in the white numbered number 5. On the outside, the 10 of Galen Mealer. Third row, 29 Paul Mishler Jr. and the 47 of Gene Hughes. Fourth row is the 21 of Keith Gunkel and the 47 of Gabe Whetstone. And the 24 of Bob Huffman Jr. at the back of the pack as they turn them loose and hang on in turn 1. We got Leapin' Lee Atkins and Paul Mishler Jr. now into the wall. So it was 5 and 29 getting together, and of course the ones behind them no place to go. We'll have a complete restart coming up in tonight's third mini stock heat. I guess we're going racing. Working on lap number 2, your leader is the number 5 of Merle Yoder out in front. 47 to Bulldog Gene Hughes is up to second. Here comes Gabe Whetstone in the 47G. He's moving to third as we complete lap 2. Number 5, Merle Yoder out in front. 47 to Bulldog Gene Hughes running second. 47G of Gabe Whetstone there in third. 24 Bob Huffman Jr.'s moved to fourth as we complete lap 3 of this 8-lap second mini stock. 4 down, 4 to go. Merle Yoder out in front in number 5. 47 Bulldog Gene Hughes running second. Gabe Whetstone in the 47 G's in third. 3 laps to go this time by. (47G) Gabe Whetstone looking to the inside of 47 Gene Hughes. Gene Hughes. The Nelson's Beverage Racing team right there. 47 Gene Hughes and Gabe Whetstone in the 47G. Your leader's not your leader any longer. Number 5, Merle Yoder's over his time. Your new leader now is the Bulldog, Gene Hughes, in car number 47. Gabe Whetstone's running second. 24, Bob Huffman Jr.'s in third. On the final lap, I'll have the facts and figures on Merle Yoder in a little bit. As the checkered flag will fly this time to 47, Gene Hughes. Gabe Whetstone second. 24, Bob Huffman Jr. will finish third. So that's the way they're going to finish. It was 47, 47G, and 24 finishing 1, 2, and 3. 24, Bob Huffman Jr. finishes second. Gabe Whetstone was second. The Nelson Beverage sponsored cars finishing 1 and 2 in our third mini stock heat. And as he rolls around here to get the checkered flag, we want to put our hands together for the Bulldog. So put your hands together for the 47 of Gene Hughes. Bulldog Gene Hughes out of Mentone, sponsored by Nelson's Beverage there in Warsaw. The Glass Doctor, that's Harmon Glass in Warsaw. Triple K Graphics, Advanced Auto Parts, Krause's Body Shop in Warsaw. Burgess Motorsports out of Mentone. USA Muffler, Sullivan Family, and Snap-on Tools, all sponsors. The Bulldog Gene Hughes. On the pole, car number 2, C, is Ron Baker. On the outside of the front row, the number 8 of Patty Smith. Second row inside, car number 18, Donnie Kaufman. To his right, the R2D2 of Cheryl Lozier. Third row inside, the 43 of Mad Max Schaefer. To his right, the 7 of Merle Neth. Fourth row inside, the 85 of Rodney Archer. To his right, the 2R of Rochelle Strickland. And at the back of the pack, the 05 of Jerry West. 9 cars scheduled to go 8 laps in our final mini stock heat. Mighty Mike Powers, let's get them going. Two, 4, 6, 8 cars going 8 laps as they come out of turn 4 ever so slowly. Mighty Mike turns them loose. Now they're racing. Oh, 2R Rochelle Strickland. Or no, that was Cheryl Lozier. I'm not quite sure. She had the lead. She went to the infield. She's out of harm's way. We're still under green light racing. Your new leader is an 85 of Rodney Archer out in front. 2R Rochelle Strickland running in second. Cheryl Lozier deciding, okay, I'm going to get back on the track. She oversteered it and put it in the infield. Now she is dead to the waters over there. She's still moving. 85 Rodney Archer, your leader. 2R Rochelle Strickland running second. 05 Jerry West has made his way to third. Oh, and the black flag coming for the R2 of Cheryl Lozier. Yeah, they'll probably both take the black. We'll see. 85, Rodney Archer out in front with 3 down, 5 to go. The 2C of Ron Baker kind of grazed the wall over there, and he's still moving. Halfway mark comes out, 4 down, 4 to go for Rodney Archer in 85. Rochelle Strickland in a 2R, and the 05 of Jerry West running in third. 43, Mad Max Schaefer's in fourth. Merle Neff in the 7N is running in fifth. Not quite sure where the rest of the cars are going. Five down, 3 to go. Single file formation restart. The caution came out. We had a little debris on the track over there in turn 4 that quickly got cleaned up. 85, Rodney Archer out in front. Number 2R, Rochelle Strickland running second. 05, Jerry West is running third now. 43, Mad Max Schaefer's in fourth. Merle Neff's running in fifth, and car number 7 in. They got 2 to go. Slower traffic up ahead. Rodney Archer, 2R, Rochelle Strickland going to the wide side. Final lap coming up in our final mini stock heat. '85, Rodney Archer out in front. Checkered flag will fly. He'll win tonight's fourth and final mini stock heat. '85, 2, and 05. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Jerry West in the 05 was third. 2R, Rochelle Strickland brings home second. And picking up tonight's fourth and final mini stock heat, put your hands together for the '85 of Rodney Archer. Rodney Archer out of Elkhart, sponsored by AJ, TNT Automotive. Mom and Dad and his wife Julie all sponsored the '85 of Rodney Archer.
Car number 7, he'll be driving the Rapture Concession and Trailers sponsor number 7. That's Bobby Strimmy out of South Bend. As the cars are testing and tuning and warming up in preparation for tonight's 40-lapper. Bobby Strimmy on the pole. On the outside of the front row, driving the Sherman Enterprise sponsored number 55, Justin Matson out of Cromwell. Second row inside, driving the number 1, USA number 1, Scott Ross. Scott Ross not making the call because he did blow up a motor earlier today. So the 21H of Longton Harvey Taylor out of Ligonier will be starting on the inside of the second row. He'll be driving the One a Cup restaurant sponsored number 21. On the outside of the second row, from South Bend, car number 53, Lou Strimmy. He'll start in that suspended spring segment with number 53 on the outside of row 2. In row 3, driving the Dave's Landscape and Maintenance number 4, last week's feature winner, number 4 from Goshen, Todd Hall. On the outside of row number 3, in that Jan's Place sponsored number 87, that'll be Ty Hayes. Fourth row on the inside. Driving the number 95 from Plymouth, Steve Stacy. On his right door, the 32 from Niles of John Long. Fifth row inside. In his first full season in our Hoosier Tire late models, last year's street stock track champion, he'll be driving the Pro Motor number 9. That is Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. On the outside of the fifth row, the 21X in that Rich Investment sponsored car. That is the 21X of Jumpin' Josh Taylor. In row 6, driving the D-Sign sponsored number 14T, Michael Thayer out of Argus. On the outside of row number 6, the 14 of Brandon Maynard. He'll be driving that skid mark sponsored number 14 machine. 6th row inside, car number 17. He'll be in that Grinzer's Harley-Davidson Howman Heating and Air Conditioning Special, the 17 of Ralph Havens. On the outside of row 7, in the Amore Automotive Royal Construction sponsored number 28 from Plymouth, Sean Amore. On the outside of row 7, driving the 61, the Creation Graphics number 61 from Syracuse of Travis Slaybaugh. And at the back of the pack, in the Auto Glow sponsored number 58, new track record holder 58 is Ronnie Maynard Jr. out of Union, Michigan. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 cars getting ready to go in tonight's 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. Next time by, they'll be waving to all of our fans here at the new Paris Speedway. So 16 cars getting ready to go 40 laps as they come out of turn 4 this time. Race fans waved all of our drivers. Let's give them a big send-off. Flick your bics, wave your hands, your hats, and your hankies, and say good luck, guys, and good racing. 16 cars going 40 laps in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model feature. Our starter, Caleb Woods, going to put them on their final pace lap this next time by. We'll have 8 rows going side by side. Cars. We did have 17 cars scheduled to start as Bobby Stremme and Justin Matson tied on their qualifying time. Would have been a 17-car field, but with Scott Ross being out, we've got 16 to go 40. And as they come out of turn 4, listen to them roar as Caleb Woods gives them the green. We're off and racing 40 laps for tonight's Tire late model feature. Side by side, wheel to wheel as they go, and Lou Stremme shoots into the wall with the 55 of Justin Matson. Lou Stremme tried to squeeze in between 21 Honkin' Harvey Taylor and 55 Justin Matson, and into the wall they went in the backstretch right off the bat. Both cars into the wall with some major damage earlier tonight in a heat race. The 53 of Lou Stremme and the 55 of Justin Matson got together, and Lou Stremme had to put a new clip on the front of his machine. 55 Justin Matson, of course, had some major problems to his car. They got it fixed to get it out here tonight in a late model feature, and right off the bat, we've got 2 cars in the wall without even a half a lap in. So we'll get them 10-2 back there on the backstretch. Both drivers seem to be A-OK. They're out of their cars checking over the conditions, but it's going to take a little time to clean up that mess on the Billboard backstretch here at the new Paris Speedway. So it's good to have the Stremmes in full force here. Tough break for Lou, as the dad will have to set the rest of this one out. We got 40 laps coming up as Caleb Woods puts them on their final pace lap. Last Saturday night's feature winner, number 4, Todd Hall, starts on the inside of the second row. Ty Hayes in his first full season in the late models, and number 87 starts on the outside of the second row. That's your front 2 as they get staged, ready to go. 7 rows side by side. Fast qualifier, 58 Ron Maynard Jr. and 61 Travis Slaybaugh start at the back of the field as Caleb looks at him as they come out of turn 4. He turns them loose. They go flying into turns 1 and 2 here at the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest, the new Paris Speedway. Side by side racing up front. Bobby Stremme, the pole setter. 21 Honkin' Harvey Taylor trying to stay up with him, but he's pulling off. Number 4 Todd Hall kind of tucks in behind Bobby Stremme as they go into turns 1 and 2. 4 Todd Hall trying to put that Dave's Landscaping and Maintenance number 4 right behind the number 7 of Bobby Stremme as they complete lap 2. It's still Bobby Stremme out in front, car number 7. Todd Hall running on the inside of Honkin' Harvey Taylor on the wide side. 95 Steve Stacy's up there in 4th. Roger Spencer is the number 9. He too in his first full season in the late models, running there in 5th. Ty Hayes in the 87 is in 6th. The 14 of Michael Thayer's in 7th. Brandon Maynard's in 8th. Battling for 9th is 17 Ralph Havens, the 32 John Long. Sean Amore being shown in the 11th position in car number 28. Jumping Josh Taylor's in 12th. 32, John Long, or 61, Travis Slayball, 13th from Ron Maynard Jr. Our fast qualifier still at the back of the pack, waiting for him to thin out up front. We've got 6 laps in, 33 to go. Stand by. Bobby Strimmy, car number 7, driving that Rapture concession and concession trailer sponsor number 7, out in front of the Todd Hall, Dave's Landscaping and Maintenance number 4. 95 Steve Stacy's up there to 3rd. Rodney Spencer now in 4th. Ty Hayes is his way to 5th. Michael Thayer running in 6th in car number 14. Brandon Maynard's in 7th. Hawk and Harvey Taylor has fallen all the way back to 8th in front of Ralph Havens in car number 17, who's running in 9th. And the 21X is jumping Josh Havens in 10th. 61 Travis Slayball is running in 11th. 32 John Long back there in 12th. 58 Ron Maynard Jr. in 13th. 28 Sean Amor had some problems on lap 10. Neo Most took it to the infield as he's way off the pace. Sean Amor having some problems. The car's not the same. As he completes lap 10, there goes our leader completing lap 11. Bobby Strimmy, car number 7, out in front. In the early goings, as Sean Amor now goes to the pit area on lap number 11. Oh, and there goes a spin around over there in turn 3. It was the 14 of Michael Thayer. The 14T of Michael Thayer from Argus looped it around over there in turn 4. Brandon Maynard did a great job of driving to avoid a collision with him, but St. Evans Fireworks Company does a great job of giving us our colors during our special weekends like Memorial Day and the 4th of July. All right, we got them lined back up for a single file formation restart. Number 7, Bobby Strimmy, our lead, will be bringing him out at turn 4. Caleb Woods looks him over. He gives him the green. We're off and racing. Bobby Strimmy, the pole setter, stays out in front. Todd Hall giving chase. Single file as they go through the main straightaway into turns 1 and 2, working on lap number 13 now. 95 Steve Stacy right there. Rodney Spencer sailing along as well. These guys were turning 1330, 1340, 1350 in qualifying. 13.5-second laps are quite fast here at the new Paris Speedway. 95 Steve Stacy in that Country Auto Center sponsored machine, looking on the outside of number 4 Todd Hall. Number 9 Rodney Spencer right there. Ty Hayes, Brandon Maynard up to 6th now into number 14. Hawk and Harvey Taylor there in 7th. Ralph Havens in 8th. 61 Travis Slayball in 8th. 21X Josh Taylor and 58 Ron Maynard Jr. rounding out the top 10. We got 16 laps in 14 more to, or 24 more to go. Bobby Strimmy in car number 7 brings him around for lap 17. The pole setter has led for 17 laps. These 16 cars all qualified within 35 hundredths of a second of each other, so they're pretty much evenly spaced out. It depends on how it turns out in the last 10 laps or so. Who's got the better tires and who can drive the better. Sort of like a restricted plate racing on a Sunday at NASCAR. Bobby Strimmy up front, Todd Hall running 2nd. Steve Stacy's in 3rd. Rodney Spencer's in 4th. Ty Hayes is in 5th as the halfway mark will come out. They got 20 down and 20 more to go. Number 7, Bobby Strimmy trying to hold off Todd Hall. Todd Hall would just love to have back-to-back wins. That Dave's Landscaping and Maintenance sponsor number 4 running in 2nd. Todd Hall out of Goshen. has already won one feature. That was last Saturday night. He'd love to get his second win on the season as he keeps climbing up. He's 10th in the point standings coming in. Oh, we got an accident over there in turn 2. Number 9, Hot Rod Rodney Spencer looped it around. I'm not quite sure who may have been involved. All I saw was smoke rolling off the number 9. Everybody hitting the skids before they got into him. Doesn't look like there's too much damage to the cars, as everybody was able to avoid hitting the number 9 of Rodney Spencer, who's set in 61. Travis Slayball will restart 7th. 21X jumping Josh Taylor there in the 8th place position for the restart. 32 John Long out of Niles, Michigan, running there in 9th in front of our fast qualifier 58. And Ron Maynard Jr., he'll restart 10th in front of Michael Thayer and Ty Hayes. Only 12 cars remaining. We started with 16. As they come out of turn 4, they're going to bring it up to speed, and Caleb's going to turn them loose. We got 18 more laps to go in our 40 lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. And as they head out of turn 2 and down the Billboard backstretch, it is Bobby Strimmy, Todd Hall, Steve Stracy, nose to tail, single file through the main straightaway on lap 23. Oh, and Brandon Maynard from 14 tried to get on the inside of Rodney Spencer, and Maynard got a little loose there in the main straightaway, but he did a good job of maintaining control of the car and maintaining his fifth place spot at the moment, as they work on lap 25. Everybody trying to figure out a way to get up in front of that number 7 of Bobby Strimmy with 25 down and 15 to go this time by. It is the number 7 of Bobby Strimmy, Todd Hall, tucking in right behind him, sizing him up. 95 Steve Stacy running in 3rd, as they are all nose to tail to the main straightaway. Now Brandon Maynard, the 14, decides to go to the outside of the number 9 of Rodney Spencer. They're side by side for 4th as they go out the Billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. They'll have 27 down and 13 to go this time around. Now down in turns 1 and 2, 14 Brandon Maynard working the outside of Rodney Spencer, moves his way to 4th. Spencer's back to 5th, but look who's moving up behind him. 61 Travis Slayball, second fastest qualifier on the day, has made his way up to 6th place already. Keep your eye on 61 Travis Slayball. He is moving on. Brandon Maynard in the 14 looks like he's got something smoking out of the rear end of the 14 car as they complete lap 29 this time by. Little puff of smoke coming out. It could be a tire rub. Every time he comes out of the turn, it looks like something coming out of the back. 21 Harvey Taylor with some rear end damage in the 21. Looks like he's going to make an exit as we've got 30 down and 10 to go. Talking to Harvey Taylor, number 21 out of Ligonier, down to the exit ramp on lap 30. Bobby Strimmy still out in front. Todd Hall running second. 95 Steve Stacy, the front 3 have separated themselves by about 6 seconds in front of the 14 of Brandon Maynard, who's running in 4th. Rodney Spencer's there in 5th in car number 9. Michael Thayer made his way to 6th. Travis Slayball still trying to work his way around John Long in the 32. He's back there in 9th now. He slid back a little bit. We've got 33 down and 7 to go for Bobby Strimmy in car number 7. Todd Hall and Steve Stacy running 1, 2, and 3. About evenly spaced as they go out of the Billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. This time by, we've got 34 down and 6 to go. 14 Brandon Maynard trying to catch him, but I think time's running out. Brandon Maynard out there in 4th. 5-lap signal now coming out for the 7 of Bobby Strimmy. Todd Hall, Steve Stacy in 3rd. Michael Thayer running up to 5th now. He's giving chase to Brandon Maynard for 4th, but they're a good 4-car lengths between them. 36 down to 4 to go. If Todd Hall's going to do anything, he better start doing it with 3.5 laps remaining. I don't know if he's got enough to get around the 7 of Bobby Strimmy. Like I said, they all qualified within 0.3 of a second of each other. It's hard to pass. 37 down and 3 to go this time by. Bobby Strimmy out in front of Todd Hall and Steve Stacy in number 95. 38 down, 2 to go this time around. 61 Travis Slayball making his way to the exit ramp on lap 38. Tough break for Travis Slayball. He was falling back. mechanical problems puts him in the pits as the white flag will now fly for number 7, Bobby Strimmy. Todd Hall in the number 4. 95, Steve Stacy's in third. What a battle for fourth right now between the 214 cars as the checkered flags will fly for number 7, Bobby Strimmy. Holding on from the pole to win tonight's 40-lap late model feature. Number 7, Bobby Strimmy, doing a good job here tonight at the New Paris Speedway. A former track champion comes out in that Rapture concession trailer sponsored number 7 and picks up his first feature win here at the New Paris Speedway. So put your hands together for the number 7 of Bobby Strimmy. Number 9, it was number 4, Todd Hall finishing second. 95, Steve Stacy there in third. Number 14, Brandon Maynard held on to fourth in front of the Michael Thayer number 14 car. In sixth was the 21X of Jumpin' Josh Taylor. 32, John Long finished seventh. Rodney Spencer fell back and finished in eighth. 58, Ron Maynard Jr., fast qualifier on the day, worked his way up from the 16th spot to finish in ninth. And the 87 of Ty Hayes rounds out the top 10 in our finishers on tonight's Hoosier Tire late model feature. Congratulations again to the number 7 of Bobby Strimmy. We'll get him up here in the winner's circle and have a few words with him here in just a few minutes on from your home from Saturday Night Racing on Hoosier 103.5 FM. We're going to get that lineup for you here in just a second. As we had a lot of racing action in that Hoosier Tire late model feature, now we've got the street stocks on the track. They too had pretty quick qualifying this afternoon. Mark Blessing out of Napanee, fast qualifier, had a 15.292. Hollywood Eric Kaiser, number 10 out of Goshen, also a 15.292. So they tied for fast time this afternoon. 38, Darrell Click, qualified with a 15.30. Don Hunley had a 15.301. The 17 of Bob Schisler Jr., a 15.303. So those top 5 fast qualifiers in the street stocks, only a tenth of a second separates the top 5. And again, only the top 18 qualifiers all qualified within 14 seconds, or I should say 4/10 of a second of each other. Here's your lineup on the pole from Elkhart, driving that D&M Auto Sales, number 18, that's Rumblin', Billy Rumbaugh. To his right in row 1, the number 50 of that CNC race car, number 50 of Hurricane Charlie Cotton out of Claypool. Second row inside, driving car number 40 from Plymouth in that Masterson and Associate Realtor sponsored number 40 out of Plymouth is Tricky Dicky Sadal. To his right in row 2, in the Pugley's Mug sponsored number 52 from Milford, that's Matt Sparks. Third row inside, in the start-finish line sports bar sponsored number 55 from Syracuse, Bam Bam Brian Cannon. On the outside of the third row, in the Miller Boys Racing number 121, Sparky Mark Miller. Fourth row inside, driving car number 88, that Tarco Fuel sponsored number 88 of the Toad, Charlie Hanna. Charlie Hanna, last week's feature winner in our Michiana Tire Street Stocks. On the outside of the fourth row, driving the Lake City Honda number 12 from Pierston, Kevin Gunkel. Fifth row inside, in that number 78 from Cromwell, that is Don Clark. On the outside of row 5, in the Creation Graphics number 61, Jason Slaybaugh out of Syracuse. In row number 7, the number 1, or I should say in row number 7 or 6, number 88 from Goshen, the Grump, the old Grump himself, that's Doug Hanna. He's also in that Torco Racing Fuel, a new number 88 for Doug Hanna. On the outside of row number 6 is the number 1 Goshen Collision Center Special of Al Mauer. Seventh row inside, driving the Two Dudes Garage, number 125 from Claypool, Scott Frost. On the outside of row 7, in the Schisler Trucking number 17, that's Bob Schisler Jr. Eighth row inside, in the Riverbend Hose Specialties number 15 from Goshen, Don Hunley. On the outside of row 7, in the B&M Engine Service number 38 from Kimmel, Indiana, Darrell Click. And in row 9, our 2 top qualifiers this afternoon, number 10 out of Millersburg, in the D&T RV Repair number 10, that is Eric Kaiser. On the outside, our fast qualifier, number 99 from Napanee, and the Drive Smart sponsored number 99, Mark Blessing. 18 cars getting set and ready to go 30 laps in our Michiana Tires Street Stock feature. And I understand that the 88 of Doug Hanna not starting in this Street Stock feature. So it looks like we'll have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 cars. As Charlie Hanna also not making the call. So only 16 cars as both 88s are absent. They must have had some mechanical problems or something going on down in the pit area. So we've got 16 cars getting ready to go 30 laps in our Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. The track is clean. We're about ready to go green, 30 laps. And in our Street Stock point standings, it's Jason Slaybaugh sitting on top of the points. As he's had one fast time, hasn't got a feature win yet. Scott Frost running second, only 4 points off the pace. Don Hunley there in third, 4 points back. And Mark Blessing fourth in the points, Kevin Gunkel fifth. That's the top 5 in points. In the early goings of our 2005 racing season and our Michiana Tire Street Stock points, anything can happen. And now, as they come out of turn 4, race fans, they're all going to wave at you. So let's give our Street Stock drivers a big send-off. Flick your bics, wave your hands, your hats, and your hankies, and say good luck, guys, and good racing. 16 cars going 30 laps on our Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. On the pole once again in that number 18 car out of Elkhart. That is Rumblin' Billy Rumbaugh in that D&M Auto Sales Special. To his right, the Hurricane Charlie Cotton, number 50, Charlie Cotton out of Claypool, driving for CNC Race Cars and Fabrication. All right, that's the front row as Caleb Woods puts them on their final pace lap this time. Next time by, we're going to go green. 30 more laps. 30 laps in our Michiana Tire Street Stock. So far this season, we've had 2 different feature winners in our Street Stocks. Don Hunley picked up the first feature win on the 2005 racing season. Charlie Hanna was last Saturday night's feature winner, and of course he's not making the call to duty tonight. We've got 16 cars going 30 laps. This ought to be a good one as they bring them up to speed. Let's give these guys a big send-off. Let's say boogity, 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 boys. Let's go racing in our Michiana Tire Street Stocks at the new Paris Speedway. Caleb Woods turned them loose. Hurricane Charlie Cotton, number 50, Charlie Cotton out of Claypool, takes early lead in turn 3. Number 18, Rumblin' Billy Rumbaugh, is back to second as they complete lap number 1. Tricky Dicky Siddell, number 40, is running there in third. 52, Matt Sparks is up to fourth. I think a black flag coming out for 15, Don Hunley. I think it is leaking fuel on the track. I think they gave him the black flag last time by. Don Hunley not seeing it, but he does have something spewing out of the back of the 15 car, but he's at the back of the pack. So a caution's going to come out for safety reasons for 15, Don Hunley. He's got fuel leaking out of the back of his machine, so a yellow flag will come out to let the 15 of Don Hunley know he's got to take her back to the pack or into the infield or into the pits or something. Put a cap on that gas tank because he's leaking more gas than he's using right now with 2 restarts fifth. 55, Bam Bam Brian Cannon there in fifth, right behind Matt Sparks. As they turn them loose, we're going back to racing with 28 laps to go. And it is number 50, Charlie Cotton, out in front. 18, Billy Rumbaugh running second. Tricky Dicky Siddell, Matt Sparks in the 52. Bam Bam Brian Cannon, number 55, running there in fifth. Right behind him, 121 is Sparky Mark Miller. Number 12, Kevin Gunkel sees himself in seventh. 61, Jason Slaybaugh is there in eighth. Al Mowers moved to ninth. 78, Don Lick is in 10th. In 11th is 125 is Scott Frost. Bobby Nicholas Jr. in 12th. 13th back there, 38, Darrell Click trying to move up. 99, Mark Blessing back there at the back of the field. Our fast qualifier today is running in 14th. 15, Don Hunley's back there, and so is number 10, Kaiser, the back of the pack, still trying to work their way up. Front three now separating themselves by about 4 car lengths as they come around here to complete lap number 6. Your leader is Charlie Cotton, 18 Rumbling Billy Rumball running in second. Number 40, Tricky Dicky Sedell. Those guys are hooked up, nose to tail. They're drafting one another through the turns, staying on the low line. Hurricane Charlie Cotton, as he likes to be called, out of Claypool, Indiana, driving for CNC race cars and Storable. Right out in front, 18 Rumbling Billy Rumball from Elkhart running there in second. Number 40, Tricky Dicky Sedell, that's his nickname. He likes Tricky Dicky, as he's running there in third. He's out of Plymouth. Then you got the 52 Matt Clark. Now some of the cars in the back of the pack are trying to make their way on the move on the outside crew. A lot of separation between the front three and the fourth place, number 52 of Matt Sparks, but Kevin Gunkel on the outside of 55 Brian Cannon for fifth as we complete lap number 9. Kevin Gunkel moving on the outside. Darrell Click's going to join him, and so is the 99 of Mark Blessing, as those 3 cars try to make their drafting sort of like on the outside groove to try to catch up to the front 3 as we clock in lap 10. They got 20 more to go. Kevin Gunkel, Darrell Click, Mark Blessing. Keep your eyes on those guys. They're on the outside groove and making their move. As Kevin Gunkel now looks to the outside of the 52 of Matt Sparks as they come out of turn 4. Kevin Gunkel trying to move up to the top 4 spot. Darrell Click drafting right behind him, pushing him out of turn 2. 99 Mark Blessing sitting there waiting too as they move around. 52 Matt Sparks, 55 Brian Cannon, 121 Mark Miller back there in the back as they complete lap 12. Right now though, 50 Charlie Cotton and 18 Billy Rumball, 40 Dick Sedall, those 3 drivers out in front. Kevin Gunkel has got a clear pass, and now he's trying to play catch up. He's running in fourth. Darrell Click is right there in fifth, starter for 38. 99 Mark Blessing now running in seventh as he's got the 52 of Matt Sparks to get around. And Mark Blessing, fast qualifier on the day, moves his way to the outside groove. He will move to 6th on lap number 15. 15 down coming up. We'll have the halfway marks coming out this next time by for the 50 of Hurricane Charlie Cotton. 15 down and 15 to go. As Charlie Cotton out of Claypool stays in front of the 18 of Billy Rumball and the 40 of Dick Sedall. Kevin Gunkel runs 4th. Darrell Click's 5th. In the 38 machine, 99 Mark Blessing there in 6th. Then the separation back to 52 Matt Sparks running in 7th. 55 Sam Brian Cannon is falling back to 8th. 121 Mark Miller's running in the inside, running in 9th. Then you got the Goshen Collision Center special number 1 of Al Maurer back there in 10th. 61 Jason Layball running in 11th. As the rest of the field trying to work their way up, made his way up in front of Slaybaugh now as they work on lap number 18. The front 6, though, really putting the heat on. Kevin Gunkel trying to work the outside of number 40, Dick Sedall from 3rd. As Darrell Click moves to the low side, he's going to follow the front 3 down the Billboard backstretch, and Darrell Click. And Kevin Gunkel now racing for 4th. Gunkel on the outside groove. And Al Maurer came off the backstretch. He slid off into the infield. Now he's at the tail end of the pack as they work on lap number 20. He was on the backstretch, and next thing I know, I see Al Maurer in the number 1 in the infield for a moment, but now he's got to play catch up. He's at the tail end of the pack. Battle back up front in the top 6 places. Charlie Cotton still out in front with 10 to go. Rumbling Billy Rumball, car number 18 running 2nd. 40, Dick Sedall is running in 3rd. 38, Darrell Click's in 4th. Kevin Gunkel on the outside, losing a little bit of ground. 99 Mark Blessing moves up on the inside. Mark Blessing moves to 5th. Gunkel's back to 6th by a half a car length as they go into turn 3 and 4. Darrell Click's working the outside. He's quickly moving toward the front as they clock in lap 22 this time by. 38 Darrell Click leaning on the number 18 of Rumbling Billy Rumball for 2nd. Darrell Click, he's got that front spot in his sights. With 23 down this time around, they got 7 more to go. Mark Blessing's going to hook up on the outside groove, try to draft in behind Darrell Click because he sees Click's moving. Mark Blessing's wanting to get out there and move right along with him. Time's running out, though. We're down to our last 6 laps this next time by. Charlie Cotton on the inside, Click on the outside as they clock in lap 24. 6 more more to go. Click on the outside. Darrell Click in the 38. Gonna challenge for that lead. He's a half a car length behind Charlie Cotton as they go into turn 3. 5 laps to go this time by. The 5-lap signal coming out for Charlie Cotton in car number 50. Darrell Click in the 38. Billy Rumbaugh in the 18 holding on to 3rd. 99 Mark Lessig running 4th. Dick Sedal in the 40s back to 5th. Kevin Gunkel there in 6th. And a big separation between them and the rest of the field as they clock in lap 26. A quarter of a lap separates the rest of the field. Darrell Click now gets in behind Charlie Cotton. Couldn't get him on the outside. Now he's going to look for the inside as they come out of turn 4 this time with 27 down and 3 to go. Nose to tail single file as they go into turns 1 and 2. Darrell Click looking back on the inside, coming out of turn 2. Not enough room. A quarter fender. He's got a quarter panel there in his sights, but he couldn't get low enough. Charlie Cotton trying to hang on. 28 down and 2 to go. Charlie Cotton started out on the outside of the front row. Darrell Click again knocking on that driver's side quarter panel as they come out of turn 2 down the Millboard backstretch. White flag will fly this time. Hurricane Charlie Cotton trying to hang on for his first street stock feature win on the season. One more lap to go as they go through turns 1 and 2. Charlie Cotton in front of Darrell Click and Mark Blessing. Mark Blessing in the 99 watching to see what happens up front. The checkered flags will wave. Click went wide in turn 4. He's in the wall. Checkered flags fly for number 50, Charlie Cotton. 99, Mark Blessing will finish second. And 38, Darrell Click came off at turn 4, and it was like his accelerator stuck, and he finally ended up in turn 1 after he got into the wall coming out of turn 4, and then he couldn't turn it left. Tough break for 38, Darrell Click, who was up and coming, but he couldn't make it. So that's the way they're going to finish. It was Hurricane Charlie Cotton picking up tonight's 30-lap street stock feature win. Put your hands together for the number 50 out of Claypool. That's Hurricane Charlie Cotton. Finishing second was the 99 of Mark Blessing. Third goes to the 18 of Billy Rumbaugh. 40, Dick Sedal will finish 4th. Kevin Gunkel will climb up to 5th on that, post a 5th place finish. 38 Darrell Click, though, with the accelerator stuck, was able to finish 6th. 121, Mark Miller 7th. The 17 of Bob Schisler Jr. rounds out the top 8. Then you got the 15 of Don Hunley finishing 9th. And Matt Sparks held on to a 10th place finish in our 30-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. But a new feature winner in our Street Stocks for the 2005 racing season. We'll get Hurricane Charlie Cotton up here and talk to him here in just a few minutes, right after these few words from some of our great New Paris Speedway radio sponsors. So from the New Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM, we'll be. So let's get our lineup ready for tonight's 20-lap Dayton Daytona mini stock feature. On the pole, we've got the 25 of Tim Kidder out of Elkhart. To his right will be the 96 in International Installation sponsored number 96 of Andy Kindig out of Elkhart. Second row on the inside, driving the Double D's Crowbar and Eatery sponsored number 10 out of Goshen is Tim Barrick. To his right in row 2, the Promoter sponsored number 35 mini stock of Lenny Davis. Third row is the JP Machine Shop sponsored number 60 mini stock out of Warsaw of Stan Hudson. On the outside at row number 3 in the Trander Graphics number 14, that's Kevin Grubb out of Pierceton. In row 4, driving the Stuckman Auto Salvage sponsored number 34 from Mentone, Mark Hughes. To his right, the number 4 of Dave Castle in that All Brands RV Service Special. In row number 5 from Plymouth in the Fast Times Automotive sponsored number 03 of Cecil Van Blarcom. To his right in row 5, back on track once again. Let's welcome back Diamond Jim Ryman in that Hound Dog Entertainment Elvis Elliott sponsored number 16X. Ryman Design, Jim Ryman, Diamond Jim Ryman out here this evening. 6th row inside, car number 83, the Kid, Jeremy Dameron from Goshen, sponsored by Victory by Design Chassis. On the outside of row 6 is Jackrabbit number 19 of Jerry Ryman, the All Brands RV Service sponsored number 19. 7th row inside in the 16, the Ryman Designs number 16 of J.R. Ryman. On the outside of the 6th row, the Lambs Graphics, sponsored number 6 of Bryce Schaefer. 7th row inside, and that new Paris Auto Service, sponsored number 13. That's Michael Landry from Goshen. Squidward starts on the inside of the 7th row. On the outside of the 7th row, in the one-shot auto, sponsored number 83 from Bourbon, is Donnie Mangan. 9th row inside, in that All Brands RV Service, sponsored number 17, Corey Ryman. And on the outside of row number 9, in that Monteith Tire, sponsored number 6 from Goshen, Dave Coleman. Fast qualifier, new track record. He broke his old track record he set last Saturday night. The track record was a 15.829. He broke it this afternoon by a 15.828 by 1/1000th of a second. So we've got 18 cars going 20 laps in tonight's Dayton Daytona Mini Stock feature. So as they come out of turn 4 this time, race fans, let's give our Mini Stock drivers a big send-off. They'll be waving to you as they come down the main straightaway, so let's wave back by flicking our bics, wave our hands, our hats, and our hankies, and say good luck, guys, and good racing. 18 cars going 20 laps in tonight's Dayton Daytona Mini Stock feature. 25 Tim Kidder is our pole setter. To his right, the 96 of Andy Kindig. That's the front row. The stick man, Tim Barrick, number 10, starts on the inside of the second row with Lenny Davis in car number 35 running on the outside. Stan Hudson and Kevin Grubb, third row. Mark Hughes and Dave Castle in the fourth row. Cecil V in the 03 and Diamond Jim Ryman in car number 16. That's row 5. 83 Jeremy Dameron, 19 Jerry Ryman. J.R. Ryman, Bryce Schaefer, Michael Landry, Donnie Mangan, Corey Ryman, and Dave Coleman. As they come out of turn 4, Caleb Woods turns them loose. They're off and racing 20 laps in our 4-cylinder Dayton Daytona Mini Stock feature, and they go 3 wide coming out of turn 2. Number 10, the stickman, sticking it on the inside of Andy Kindig. Or Tim Kidder and Andy Kindig on the high side. 3 wide coming out of turn 4. They're really going for it tonight. The stickman leads them around for lap number 1. Tim Barrick out in front. Stan Hudson in car number 60 is up there to second. And there goes 83 Jeremy Dameron. Jeremy Dameron in that number 83 machine has made his way up there to third. He's looking on the inside of Stan Hudson in turn 1 for lap number 2. 83 Jeremy Dameron has made his way into second. 60 Stan Hudson's back to third. 34 Mark Hughes is running in fourth. And Cecil Van Blair comes up to fifth as they complete lap number 3. Here comes the 16 of J.R. Ryman up to 6. Now 83 Jeremy Dameron on the inside of number 10, Tim Barrick in turn 3, and Jeremy Dameron's going to lead them around here on lap number 4. Jeremy Dameron, who started on the inside of row number 6, takes the lead on lap 4. Number 10, Tim Barrick, running there in second. Now, Stan Hudson standing on it, running in third. 34, Mark Hughes is up to fourth. J.R. Ryman's in fifth. 03, Cecil Van Blair comes in sixth as they complete lap 5. Number 4, Dave Castle moves to seventh. Number 6, Bryce Schaefer's worked his way up to 8th. Lenny Davis falling off the pace is back to 10th as 19. Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman moves to 9th. 6 laps down this time by. It is Jeremy Dameron in car number 83 out front. He leads them around for lap 7, and we got one around over there. The 03 of Cecil Van Blair comes getting looped around over there in turn 4. So our first caution flag coming out in our Dayton Daytona Mini Stock feature with 6 laps in and 14 to go. Who admitted fault over there, bringing out that caution. So 03 Cecil Van Blerkum will get his spot back. Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman, good sportsmanship on his part, will restart at the tail end of the pack. We got 6 down, 14 to go in tonight's Dayton Daytona Mini Stock feature. And like Jerry Ryman was mentioning, like Jerry Ryman mentioned, he'll be in racing action. He's going to be in racing action tomorrow afternoon down there at Paris Speedway in Fort Wayne, where where the gates will open at noon. They'll go qualifying at 2, racing at 4 o'clock in Fort Wayne at Bearfield Speedway. I will be there, race fans, tomorrow afternoon. Bearfield Speedway, Fort Wayne, Indiana, with the Super Outlaw late models. The Outlaw Super Lates will be there along with the modifieds, the late models, the street stocks, and the mini stocks. Race 03, Cecil Van Blarcom, who got his spot back, runs there in 6th on the restart. Then number 4, Dave Castle in 7th. Bryce Shavers in 8th in car number 6. Donnie Mangan sets there 9th on the restart in front of Lenny Davis in car number 35, rounds out the top 10. Starting in 11th is 17 of Corey Ryman. He restarts there. He's worked his way to 11th, right in front of the number 6 of Dave Coleman, who restarts in 12th. Then Kevin Grubb, Michael Landry in 14th. 25 Tim Kidder, Jerry Ryman, Andy Kindig, and Diamond Jim Ryman at the back of the pack with 6 down, 14 to go. And Caleb Woods turns them loose. We're off and racing, 14 more laps. In our Daytona mini stock feature. Like I said, so far in the late models and the street stocks, we've had 3 different winners. Will we have a repeat winner tonight in the mini stocks, or will we have somebody new? Again, 83 Jeremy Dameron out in front was stripped of his checkered flag and his feature win last Saturday night due to not being able to pass inspection. So far this season, Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman's got a feature win under his belt, and so does Bryce Schaefer. And with 8 laps down, 12 to go right now, 83 Jeremy Dameron's got a commanding lead over the number 10 of Tim Berry. 16 J.R. Ryman's running 3rd. Stan Hudson in 60's running in 4th. In 5th now, 34 Mark Hughes. Moving up on the outside, Dave Castle, number 4, racing out there of the 6 of Bryce Schaefer. We're going to have 10 down, 10 to go. Halfway mark will come out this time for the 83 of Jeremy Dameron. Jeremy Dameron out in front. 16 J.R. Ryman now has made his way to 2nd. Tim Barrick's back to 3rd. Stan Hudson's in 4th, and we got a 3-way battle for 5th. As 83 Donnie Mangan gets on the inside of 34 Mark Hughes, and around goes Mark Hughes. Donnie Mangan also goes around. Number 6 Bryce Schaefer was on the outside, but our second caution comes out on lap number 11 for the 83 of Donnie Mangan. So another caution coming out, this time for the 83 of Donnie Mangan, and the 34 Mark Hughes went loop-de-loop over there at turn 4. So they affectionately call him Lurch, and that's where he's at right now. Lurch is knocking on the door. Dave Castle restarts in 6th in car number 4, but Dave Coleman's right there in 7th in car number 6. And Dave Coleman broke his old track record. Corey Ryman's in 8th on the restart as we get ready to go back to racing. 12 down, 11 down, 9 to go. As Caleb Woods turns them loose, they go racing into turns 1 and 2. Bryce Schaefer in car number 6 on the inside of Stan Hudson. Bryce Schaefer moves up to 4th. Dave Castle going to follow his lead, moves to 5th. Dave Coleman also on the inside, going to 6th as everybody gets on the inside of the number 60 of Stan Hudson. 6th lead, lap 12. 12 down, 8 to go. 83 Jeremy Dameron out in front. 16 J.R. Ryman trying to lasso him in. We got 13 down and 7 to go this time, bud. Oh, and Bryce Schaefer really leaning on the number 10 of Tim Barrick, and around goes the number 10 of Tim Barrick. Tim Barrick spins out of controls in turn 1. Number 6, Bryce Schaefer, was in the driver door almost, trying to make the pass on the inside. And the caution flag, that's our 3rd yellow. On lap 13, that's when the caution came out for number 6, Bryce Schaefer, I believe. And the Tim Barrick in the 10, Bryce Schaefer in the 6, and the 83 of Jeremy Dameron, who was over his time, had to go back to the back of the pack. Now he's going to try to work his way back up front with 7 more laps to go. Can you write? Okay, here we go. About ready to go back with 7 laps to go. Number 16, J.R. Ryman, is our new leader. If he can hang on for 7 laps, it'll be his very first Mini stock feature win as the green flag flies. We're off and racing. 7 more laps, 20 laps. Mini stock feature. J.R. Ryman out in front. Dave Castle in car number 4. Dave Coleman in car number 6 is running in third. 14 down and 6 to go as Dave Coleman now puts the heat on to Dave Castle number 4 machine looking for second. Five laps to go this time by for J.R. Ryman in car number 16. Dave Castle in the 4. Dave Coleman in the 6 trying to figure out a way to get on the inside of him. 17. Corey Ryman running in 4th. Michael Landry in 5th. And Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman's up to 6th with 16 down and 4 to go. The front 6 kind of separated from the 7th place number 6. Dan Hudson in the rest of the field. J.R. Ryman trying to hang on to his first feature win ever in the Daytona Mini Stocks. As he clocks in lap 17, he's got 3 more to go. J.R. Ryman told me last week he had big shoes to fill to follow in his dad's footsteps, Diamond Jim Ryman. And Diamond Jim was one of the first cars out in this mini stock feature tonight in the backup car. They got 2 more to go. J.R. Ryman trying to hang on. A little separation between him, Dave Castle, Corey Ryman, and Dave Coleman going 3 wide for second. Coleman backs off. White flag will fly for J.R. Ryman. He's got 1 more to go. 17, Corey Ryman running second. Dave Castle trying to hang on. There goes Squidward, car number 13 on the inside. He's moved to third. A battle for 4th now. Dave Coleman just sort of hanging on back there, but the checkered flag will fly for 16, J.R. Ryman. 17, Corey Ryman will finish second. 13, Michael Landry third. How about that, race fans? 19, Jerry Ryman works his way up from the back of the pack to finish 4th. Dave Castle finishes 5th. Dave Coleman in 6th. Put your hands together, winning his first feature in the mini stocks. Let's hear it for the 16 of J.R. Ryman. And by the way, race fans, Jeremy Damron, who qualified today with a 16:15, led our first 11 laps of tonight's mini stock feature. But we clocked him in traffic. He had a 16:15 in qualifying. We clocked him with a 15:88 and a 15:64. We had no tolerance. So Jeremy Damron had to relinquish his lead on lap number 11 to the 16 of J.R. Ryman. So congratulations to J.R. Ryman on his first feature win. And round down the top 10 finishers in tonight's Daytona Mini Stocks. It was J.R. Ryman picking up his first feature. 17, Corey Ryman second. 13, Michael Landry third. 19, Jerry Ryman worked his way up to finish 4th. Dave Castle finished 5th. Dave Coleman in the number 6 was 6th. 83, Jeremy Damron finished 7th. 86, Andy Kindig was 8th. 03, Cecil Van Blerkum 9th. And Bryce Schaefer in the number 6 rounds out the top 10 finishers in tonight's Daytona Mini Stock feature. We're going to take a quick breath, and we'll be right back with our winner of our Daytona Mini Stock. We'll have J.R. Ryman up here in the winner's circle in just a second, right as soon as we get back to the new Paris Speedway from our home on Saturday Night Racing, Hoosier 103.5 FM.
His right in row 1 is 70 of Corey Pressler. Second row inside, number 22 is Radical Rich Bull. To his right, the Remax 100 of Pat Bird. Third row inside, the D&M Properties number 7 of Keith Hankins. To his right in row 3 is the number 5 of Jason Isley. Row number 4, number 2, Rusty Keddick, and the 57 being driven this week by Dallas Mosader. Row 5, we've got the 69 of Barry Lamb and the 10 of Ryan Condon. In row number 6, it's 57, John Fitzpatrick, and the 27 of Kurt Gunkel. And at the back of the pack, the 53 of Dale Cloud. As they come out of turn 4, Caleb turns them loose. We're going racing. 20 laps in our Hoosier Tire Late Model B feature. On the inside, Radical Rich Bull saw the opening and made his move to take the lead in turn 3. Radical Rich Bull will lead them around here for lap number 1. 59 Paul Scott fell asleep there trying to guard that. Here comes the number 7 of Keith Hankins on the inside. Keith Hankins now up to second. 2 down, 18 to go. Number 2, Rusty Keddick's up to third. 59 Paul Scott, the pole setter, has slipped back to fourth. Barry Lamb in the 69's running in fifth. The Remax 100 of Pat Bird's running in sixth as we complete lap 3. 22 Radical Ridge Bull out of Plymouth took the early lead as he got down on the inside of 59 Paul Scott. He didn't guard that inside line, and Radical Ridge Bull said, "See ya." 69 Barry Lamb getting on the inside of Paul Scott for fourth. As Barry Lamb got the inside line there in turn 1 that last time, they got 5 down and 15 to go. As your leaders work out of turn 2, it is 22 Radical Ridge Bull. Keith Hankins in the D&M Properties number 7 running in second. Ratchet Rusty Keddick. Oh, Remax 100 Pat Bird coming to a slow stop in turn 2. That's going to bring out the caution. Caution flag coming out for the 100 of Pat Bird, who's stopped dead to waters over there in turn 2. Number 2, Rusty Keddick running there in third. 69 Barry Lamb's in fourth. 59 Paul Scott right there in fifth. Then we got to get a couple other cars where they need to be. 14 to go. Remax 100 says, "Where am I supposed to be?" Number 5, Jason Isley restarts in sixth. Dallas Mosader there in the 57. Corey Presley in the 70. As they bring it up to speed out of turn 4, Caleb Woods gives them the green. They're off and racing. Radical Ridge Bull, number 22, up front. Keith Hankins right there behind him, trying to catch up. Trying to figure out a way to get around that 22. Rich Bull doing a good job up front. 10 beat Ryan Condon taking it to the infield. And 22 of Rich Bull stays out in front. 9 down, 11 to go. 69 Barry Lamb now reeling in the front 3. He's trying to catch up as we near the halfway point. We're going to have 10 down, 10 to go this time by. .22 Rich Bull, Keith Hankins, Rusty Keddick, Barry Lamb, and the 69's up to fourth. 11 down, 9 to go. Now, Keith Hankins looking to get to the outside of Radical Ridge Bull. Rusty Keddick right there. They're still single file. Keith Hankins trying to work the outside. Ain't able to do it so far. 13 down and 7 to go. Number 2, Rusty Keddick's running in third. 69 Barry Lamb still trying to get up there to the top 3 spots. Time's running out. 6 laps to go as Rusty Keddick on the inside of Keith Hankins for second. And Rusty Keddick on the inside line moves to second. Keith Hankins is back to third. Rich Bull maintains the front spot with 5 laps to go this time by. .22 Radical Ridge Bull staying out in front. Rusty Keddick trying to catch him. Keith Hankins looks the outside groove again. Our 3 leaders working out of turn 4, slower traffic up ahead as they clock in lap 17. They got 3 more to go. .22 Rich Bull trying to hold off the charging number 2 of Ratchet Rusty Keddick. 2 laps left this time by for .22 Rich Bull, and Rusty Keddick in car number 2 right behind him. Oh, and Keith Hankins on the inside of Rusty Keddick as they come out of turn 2. Slower traffic up ahead on the last lap. Anything can happen on the final lap as the white flag flies. Rich Bull goes to the outside. Rusty Keddick looks to the inside. Rusty Keddick on the inside of Rich Bull. 27 in front of him. Watch them as they come out of turn 4. Watch them at the line. The checkered flag will fly for 22 Rich Bull on the outside. 22 Radical Rich Bull stayed on the outside. Number 2 Rusty Keddick went to the inside line. But Rusty Keddick losing by about a fender. Your winner will be the 22 of Radical Rich Bull. Number 2 Rusty Keddick will finish second. The 7 of Keith Hankins was third. Put your hands together for your winner of our Hoosier Tire Late Model B feature. Number 22 is Radical Rich Bull. '22 Rich Bull out of Plymouth, Indiana picks up the Late Model B feature tonight. He's sponsored by Kaser Spraker out of South Bend, Village Supply in LaPorte, then Liberty Sound and Electronics in South Bend along with CMA Supply, Speedy's Auto Repair up there, Nealon's Body Works in Lakeville, Boyle's Sanitation Supply, and Signs, etc. out of Osceola. All sponsors. Number 22, Rich Bull. Here's your lineup for tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature. On the pole car number 89, that's Jeff Stetler. His right in row 1 is number 11, Chad Lehman. Second row inside to number 71 of Travis Shoemaker. On the outside of the second row, number 50P driving it tonight's the pulverizer, Mitch Pulver. Third row inside, number 9, Matt Buzzard, and the 71 of the Doughboy, Larry Saunders. Fourth row, 52, Chris Highball, and the 45 of Kevin Ray. In the fifth row is the 23 of Donnie Harrison and the 68 of Mark Vance Jr. And in the last row on the inside, in row number 6, is the 62 of Eddie Click and the 64 of Don Vitale. Timmy Davis not making the call this one. Well, yeah, he is. He's out there. We missed somebody. Oh, Mark Vance Jr. not making the call, so Tim Davis will start on the outside of the fifth row. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 cars. All right, Dumas puts them on their final pace lap that time. Caleb Woods. 12 cars getting ready to go 20 laps. Good job up there on the flag stand. I can't believe he's not freezing to death. He must be hot-blooded. As they come out of turn 4 this time, Caleb Woods looks him over. He gives him the green. We're going racing 20 laps. In our Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature. 89 Jeff Stetler, the pole setter. Hang on to pulverizer. Number 50P Mitch Pulver falls way off the pace. 64 Don the Dragon Vitale. Dragging something, smoke rolling out of the back of the head. It must have been tire smoke as he was hitting his brakes over there. And oh, Jeff Stetler goes around. Our pole setter spins right out in front of everybody else. Oh, and 124 Tim Davis tapped the 89, but 64 Don Vitale couldn't find the brake pedal, and into the back he went. But we do have one lap in and 19 more to go. Then 89 Jeff Stetler and 64 Don Vitale. 12 cars, which is what we started with. Going to go 19 more laps as Caleb Woods puts them on their final pace lap this time by. As they come out of turn 4, Caleb looks him over. He gives him the green. We're off and racing. 71, Travis Shoemaker trying to get on the inside of Chad Lehman for the lead. And Shoemaker will lead him around out of turn 4 on lap 2. Number 9, Matt Buzzard moving up to second. Number 11, Chad Lehman's on the outside groove and losing ground. 71, Larry Saunders is now up to third. 52, Chris Highball moves to fourth. Lehman's all the way back to fifth as we complete lap 3. There goes Saunders around. Whoa! The Doughboy spins out. Oh, there goes 45, Kevin Ray around over in turn 1. I don't know what happened up front. We got them lined up. Single file formation restart. 71. Travis Shoemaker from Battle Creek, Michigan out here. Our leader with 3 in and 17 to go. How about that? Number 9, Matt Buzzard running second. Chad Lehman's in third. 23, Donnie Harrison. 45, Kevin Ray. 124, Tim Davis in sixth. 62, Ed Click. Don Vitale in the 64 as they get ready to restart with 3 down, 17 to go. Caleb turns them loose. 124, Tim Davis on the inside, moving to fifth now as he gets around Kevin Ray. 62, Eddie Click right behind him. 23, Donnie Harrison working the outside of number 11 of Chad Lehman as we complete lap 4. Our leader is still the 71 of Travis Shoemaker from Battle Creek. And now 45, Kevin Ray's back up to fifth as he gets around Chad Lehman's number 11 machine. 62, Ed Click trying to get on the inside of number 11, Chad Lehman. I thought he was going to get the inside line. He's got it now as they go into turn 3. 14 laps remain in our Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature. 71, Travis Shoemaker from Battle Creek. Bringing him around for lap 7. And a caution coming out. We got debris on the track down here somewhere into turn 1. Let's get her done. Lined up. They're good. Single file formation restart with 12 more laps to go. As they come out of turn 4, Caleb Woods looks them over. He gives them the green. We're ready to rock and roll with 12 laps to go. 71, Travis Shoemaker out in front. 62, Eddie Click moving up to fifth as he gets on the outside of 45, Kevin Ray. Tim Davis running in fourth. Front 5 now, maintaining single files. They come out at turn 4, 10 down, 10 to go. Mitch Pulver looping it over there in turn 2. 89, Jeff Stetler did a good job to miss him. Pulver's out of the way. We're still under green. Mitch Pulver in the 50P. He's out of everybody's way. He's into the infield. We'll keep it green. Eight laps to go. Oh, and we got him spinning in turn 1 and 2. 71, Travis Shoemaker got loose in turn 1, and then everybody behind him brake checked up. So caution flag coming out. Not quite. As they come out of turn 4, Caleb Woods is going to look him over. He gives him the green. We're back to racing. 8 more to go. 62 Eddie Click trying to get on the inside of number 9, Matt Buzzard in turn 3. Ed Click making his move. Up to second now. Hang on, Travis. Travis Shoemaker in the 71 got really loose. 62 Eddie Click running in second. Now looks to the inside in turn 3. Shoemaker shuts him off. 14 down, 6 to go. Ed Click looking on the inside. And 62 Eddie Click on the inside coming out of turn 2 will take the lead in turn 3. 15 down, 5 to go. Travis Shoemaker's back to second. Eddie Click, your leader with 5 to go. Now Tim Davis in the 124 moving around. Trying to get underneath of Travis Shoemaker for second, and he will in turn 3. He's on the inside. Shoemaker on the outside, losing ground. Here comes 45 Kevin Ray. Kevin Ray's up to third. 64 Don Vitale now down on the inside of Kevin Ray and takes over that third place spot. Ray back to fourth. 17 in and 3 to go. Whoa, and there goes Saunders around in turn 1, a complete 360. Something getting slick, I think. All right, we got them lined up. Single file formation restart with 3 to go as Caleb waves them on. 62 Eddie Click out in front. 124 Timmy Davis trying to reel him in. Kevin Ray into 45 right there as well as 18 down and 2 more to go. '71, the doughboy Larry Saunders really got some kind of a aerodynamic defect on the number 71 machine as the white flag flies for 62 Ed Click. Front fenders and the hood just flapping in the breeze on the doughboy machine. But the checkered flag will wave for number 62 Ed Click. They made it 20 laps. Congratulations to our Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature winner, number 62 Eddie Click. 124 Tim Davis finishes second. 45 Kevin Ray brings home third. That's the way they're going to finish. And as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag, put your hands together for the 62 of Eddie Click. From Ligonier, Indiana, number 62, Eddie Click, picking up the checkered flag in our Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature. Sponsored this season by Dave's Custom Auto there in Ligonier. All right, coming up, here's your lineup for our Mini Stock B feature. On the pole car number 5, that's Leapin' Lee Atkins. To his right is the number 80 of the Fat Boy, Michael Akins. Second row on the inside, driving car number 10, that is Galen Mueller. On the outside there in the 29, Paul Mishler, scheduled to start, but I don't believe he made it. I believe it's the 21 of Keith Gunkel on the outside of the second row. Third row, we've got the white number 47 of the Bulldog, Gene Hughes. His right in row 3. 24, Bob Huffman Jr. Fourth row inside to 47G, that's Gabe Whetstone. And to his right in row 4 will be the number 5, the Iron Man Merle Yoder. 8 cars going 12 laps in our Mini Stock B feature. 8 cars going, 12 laps in our Daytona Mini Stock B feature as Caleb turns them loose. 3 wide there, battle for second. Number 80, Michael Akins, moving up on the outside, takes the early lead. And Michael Akins will bring him around for lap number 1. Bulldog Gene Hughes on the outside groove, trying to move to second around the 5 of Leapin' Lee Atkins. 47G Gabe Whetstone on the inside, moving up as he gets to the side of the Leapin' Lee. And oh, there goes the 21 of Kurt Gunkel into the wall. Not any more room to go as the 47G of Gabe Whetstone got into the 5 of Leapin' Lee, who got into the 21 of Kurt Gunkel, and Kurt Gunkel on the outside kind of kissed the wall over there in turn 3, so they were all battling for that third spot. 87, the Bulldog Gene Hughes restarts in second. Merle Yoder sees himself restarting there in third. As the green flag flies, we're ready to go. 11 more laps. And Merle Yoder falling way off the pace already. 24, Bob Huffman Jr. is up to third. Number 10, Galen Mueller moves to fourth as we complete lap 2 this time around. Merle Yoder, number 5, mechanical problems, going to the pit area. And hang on, number 10, get going, Galen Mueller. We're still under green light racing. Here comes our leader, battle for the lead. Your new leader on lap number 3 is 47, the Bulldog Gene Hughes. Number 80, Michael Akins falling back to second. 24, Bob Huffman Jr. is up to third. '21, Kurt Gunkel running in fourth. Leapin' Lee Atkins is back to fifth. '47, the Bulldog Gene Hughes out in front. He'll have 5 down, 7 to go this time by. All right, the halfway mark will come out next time for the 47 of the Bulldog, Gene Hughes. 24, Bob Huffman Jr. making his way on the inside of Michael Akins for second. That's the way they're running right now at the halfway, 6 in and 6 to go. 21, Kurt Gunkel trying to catch up. He's currently running in fourth. Five laps left this time around. Four laps to go. Bulldog Gene Hughes trying to hold off the 24 of Bob Huffman Jr., and he's right on his tail as they go out of turn 2. Bob Huffman Jr. at number 24 has been scooting right along. Gene Hughes trying to hang on. He's got 3 more to go this time around. At 24 of Bob Huffman right on him, though, as they go out of turn 2 and down the Billboard backstretch. Two to go. Gene Hughes out in front. Bob Huffman Jr. now. Time's running out. He's trying to get on the inside. Final lap coming up as the white flag will fly for 47 and 24. Keep your eye on these two as they battle it out on the final lap. Bob Huffman Jr. trying to find some way to get around Gene Hughes. Not enough oomph on the inside in turn 3. 47 Gene Hughes trying to hang on. The checkered flag will fly to 47 Gene Hughes. Bob Huffman Jr. second. 80 Michael Akins. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. It was 47, 24, and 80. Number 80 Michael Akins holds on to third. 24 Bob Huffman Jr. A valiant effort. Comes up a little short. He'll finish second. And winning tonight's Mini Stock B feature, put your hands together for the 47 of the Bulldog, Gene Hughes. The Bulldog, Gene Hughes out of Mentone, picking up tonight's mini stock B feature victory. He is sponsored in part by Nelson's Beverage there in Warsaw, Harmon Glass, Triple K Graphics, Advanced Auto, Krause's Body Shop, Burgess Motorsports in Mentone, USA Muffler and Brakes, Sullivan Family, and Snap-on Tools of Kenosha, Wisconsin. All sponsors the 47 of the Bulldog, Gene Hughes. Coming up, race fans, the Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C feature. These guys are racing for a case of Michiana Tire Valvoline Motor Oil. A whole case of it. A lot of these guys can use it. They're going to go for all the marbles. Here's your lineup on the pole. Car number 79, that's Bruce Fernie Jr. To his right, the 14 of Terry Lombardi. Second row inside, number 8, Randy Huffman. To his right, the 32 of Jordan Grantham. Third row inside, 007 Jack Brazel. To his right. '99 Brandon Fink. Fourth row inside, number 1 Harley Stanley. And at the back of the pack, the number 20 of Alex Pratt. 8 cars going 12 laps. Oh, and Brandon Fink into the side of Harley Stanley, and we've got action in turn 2. Jordan Grantham had his bumper just about ripped off by Bruce Fernie Jr., number 79. He says, I've had enough. He's headed for the pits. Oh, and Jordan Grantham can't see. He's got a hood flying up on his car. He goes into the infield. We're still under green flag racing as they work on lap 2. Your leader is Randy Huffman in car number 8. 007 Jack Brazel's up to second. 14 Terry Lombardi is running there in third as we complete lap 2. Then you got the 20 of Alex Pratt crossing the line for fourth so far. Number 1 Harley Stanley, and 99 Brandon Fink is running in 6th place. Randy Huffman and Jack Brazel going to duke it out for the remaining 9 laps. .007 Jack Brazel trying to figure out some way to get around the number 8 of Randy Huffman. 4 down, 8 to go. Number 1 Harley Stanley going to call it quits for the night as he goes to the pits on lap number 4. Randy Huffman is your leader in car number 8. 007 Jack Brazel leaning on that rear end of his as they complete lap 5. Now 007 Jack Brazel looks to the outside groove, trying to use that to his advantage. Not looking good. Halfway mark will come out. 6 down, 6 to go. This time by for the number 8 of Randy Huffman. 6 down, 6 to go. Running in third is Terry Lombardi in car number 14, and Jack Brazel trying to look for that number 99 of Brandon Fink to use him as a rolling pick, and it's not going to happen. Randy Huffman got around him. Jack Brazel wasn't able to get to the inside, so he'll stay right behind him with 7 down and 5 to go. Remember, they're racing for that case of Valvoline motor oil. So it's every man for himself out there right now. Jack Brazel looks to the outside groove, trying to make his move, just like Dale Earnhardt. 8 down and 4 to go. Brazel's on the outside, trying to use that outside groove to his advantage. Side by side, wheel to wheel, door to door as they go into turns 3 and 4. They're going to have 9 down, 3 to go as they race wheel to wheel coming out of turn 4. Randy Huffman on the inside, Jack Brazel on the outside. Terry Lombardi in the 14 running in third, waiting to see what happens up front. They're going to have 10 down and 2 to go this time as they're still hooked up door handle to door handle on lap number 10. Brazel works the outside groove. Huffman on the inside line. White flag will fly. They got 1 more to go. Randy Huffman with about a half a car length lead over the 007 of Jack Brazel. Brazel on the inside now, or up, trying to move on the outside. Brazel trying to beat him to the line. Watch him at the line. A checkered flag will fly. Oh, that was close. That was close, but let me check that Kodak photo finish. Number 8, Randy Huffman. A photo shows he made it by a bumper. So number 8, Randy Huffman will win tonight's Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C feature. 007 Jack Brazel coming up just a bumper short. Put your hands together for your winner, number 8, Randy Huffman. The 14 of Terry Lombardi will finish in third. Randy Huffman out of Goshen, car number 8, sponsored by Mo Trailers, Northwest Specialized Trucking, Mac Tools, J.R. Anderson Trucking, Skid Marks, Glenn's Tire Service in Wakarusa, Russell Automotive in Union, Michigan, Reed's Haul and Tow, Seward's Photography and Creation Graphics, all sponsor the number 8 of Randy Huffman. Feature. On the pole, the 2C of Rod Baker. Tricia Smith taking the tail, supposed to start on the outside of the front row, so Donnie Kaufman and 18's up there. Cheryl Lozier in the R2, 43 Mad Max Schaefer. 7 of Merle Neff, the 85 of Rodney Archer. 2R of Rochelle Strickland as Caleb turns them loose. 05 Jerry West started at the tail end of the pack, and on that start, passed everybody. So Jerry West who started at the tail end of the pack, leads him around for lap number 1. 2R Rochelle Strickland now moving on the outside. The 7 in of Merle Neff is running there in third. Rodney Archer in the 85 sets there in fourth. Rochelle Strickland on the outside to 2R of Rochelle Strickland, trying to lead him around. She's your leader on lap 2. Ronnie's Run Racing, number 2R of Rochelle Strickland is your new leader as she works the outside groove of the 05 of Jerry West. Merle Neff's running in third. Rodney Archer's in fourth as they complete lap 3. 9 more laps to go in tonight's Mini Stock C feature. The 7 in of Merle Neff got loose in turn 2, and 85 Rodney Archer gets on the inside to pass and moves his way to third. R2, or 2R, Rochelle Strickland. 05 Jerry West. 85 Rodney Archer's in third. Halfway mark will come out. 6 down, 6 to go. Rochelle Strickland and a 2R off and running. 05 Jerry West running in second. 85 Rodney Archer's in third. Eight down and 4 to go. Your leader is a 2R of Rochelle Strickland. Now 85 Rodney Archer looking to move around the 05 of Jerry West. Rochelle Strickland getting real wide. 05 Jerry West up there. Rodney Archer trying to shoot down the middle. Squeeze play coming up. Rochelle Strickland on the outside. 05 Jerry West takes the lead back on lap number 9. Rodney Archer moves up on the outside. He's running there. Rodney Archer now trying to get around the 05 of Jerry West in turn 3, and he does so. Rodney Archer will lead him around for lap number 10 with 2 to go. It's 85-05, and now the 7 in of Merle Neff's up to third. Rochelle Strickland and the 2R is falling back to fourth. White flag flies this time. They got one more to go. Rodney Archer has his foot through the accelerator on that one. Got her all the way to the firewall. 85 Rodney Archer. And a checkered flag will fly for number 85, Rodney Archer. $85-05-7. That's why they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Merle Neff held on to third. Jerry West finishes second, but winning tonight's Mini Stock C feature. Put your hands together for the 85 of Rodney Archer. $85 Rodney Archer winning tonight's Mini Stock C feature. Sponsored by AJ's in Elkhart, T&T Automotive, Mom and Dad and his wife Julie, as he picks up his Mini Stock C feature win tonight.